Well, sit, children. Let me give you the subject of the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Natural Effect Podcast. Today we have the organic output for the Candace Kane interview. So yeah, as you guys saw, that was a great interview with her. We spoke about lots that we agreed on, lots that we disagreed on. So I'm just going to go through a few of the pointers that we spoke about. So, you know, she's a great performer, and judging on her social media, she's literally performing like near enough daily, some weekly, mostly daily a lot of times. So yeah, like you guys heard her say, look after yourself, guys. Whether you're a performer, a dancer, an athlete, you got to take the right actions to make sure that you're going to be performing at optimum, you know. Here I've got written down stretch. As you guys heard her say, make sure you stretch loads, especially the muscles that you're going to be using the most. Ice bath, sauna, deep breathing techniques, great nutrition, massages, and 8 to 10 hours sleep. Yeah, Candace, she's an epic dancer, an epic entertainer. Not your average, let's say. Far from your average, you know. And yeah, I just wanted to say that you guys are going to see her performing a lot more at all our networking events, a lot of our parties, whether it's going to be the Natural Effect ones or Nature Boys ones. You're going to see a lot more from Candace Kane coming in the future. The trick she pulls off the hook, and even her flexibility. I don't know if you guys went onto her Instagram, make sure you do. It's at Candace, it's at Sweet Miss Candace. And yeah, you'll see like the trick she pulls off, and her flexibility is crazy. Like she can put her head through her legs, she can put her legs over her head, and yeah, I've always found it interesting and actually quite sexy, if you want me to be honest with you. Probably my future girlfriend, I'll probably send her off to Candace Kane so she can learn her flexibility there. But yeah, we also spoke about our favorite vegan places. As you guys know, Candace Kane's also vegan. She named some of her favorites. I'm going to name some of my favorites as well. My favorite 3 vegan places in LA are Nick's on Beverly, Crossroads, and Pura Vita. Specifically, I'm going to pick my favorite dish from each of them. From Nick's on Beverly, I'd go with the falafel burger. Absolutely amazing. Melts in your mouth. From Crossroads, I'll go with the seafood tower, which is, I'm pretty sure they only have it on certain nights, maybe on just weekends. But the seafood tower there is unbelievable. It's pretty much sure it's all made with mushrooms, but literally tastes a lot like seafood. And from Pura Vita, I would say the black truffle lasagna, which is out of this world. Completely out of this world. And yeah, we're going to go into open relationships. You heard me and Candace speak about open relationships. There's a few things that I said during it, which I want to bring up the comments and just clarify on what exactly I meant. So, oops. Let me just spark this bad boy up. So yeah, going into open relationships, you know, as you guys know, Candace is part of an open relationship. Myself, I've never actually taken part in an open relationship, but going forward in my life, that I know that in my future, if I was ever to meet a girl who qualified to be a girlfriend, then she would have to accept, I don't want to say it like that, but yeah, I would put it to her at the start, because I'm a big believer of no cheating and being honest with your partner. But I would say to her from the beginning, you know, I have options as a man. I want to be able to exercise those options without getting into arguments, and obviously you're not allowed to. Furthermore, like, I wouldn't want my girlfriend having promiscuous pictures on Instagram, going on nights girls out, going to clubs with her girls. And all this kind of behavior for me is just behavior that you would expect from a single woman, not a woman who actually loves and respects you. So the reason I believe that open relationships won't work when it's open both sides is because, as a woman, would you say it's fair to say that majority of women, not all, but majority of women look for a man who's stronger than them, offers more security, is smarter than them, has more money than them, is more confident than them, etc., you know? So if you want all those guys as a man, it's fair to say you're looking for yourself, you're looking for a high value man for yourself. Now, do you think any high value man is going to accept the woman that he cares and loves to be sleeping with other dudes? No chance. That's not going to happen. The reality is, and this is the truth, only a cook would put up with that, you know? Like, a man who would literally have his girl getting smashed in front of him is the only man who's going to put up with stuff like that, in my opinion. Like, no man is going to accept a woman that they care and love for to go out and exercise her options. That's not how it works. And I would actually say, biologically, women are actually not the happiest doing that. If you ask majority of the women in the world, you know, would you rather sleep with multiple guys or would you rather sleep with one guy? Majority of women out there will pick one guy. That's the truth. I would say women want to pick the most high value dude they can get to sleep with. And with a man who's high value, he wants as many women as possible. That's the truth. Biologically, we are hardware different to women. We like a variety. No matter how much a man loves his woman, you know, I can have a woman at home who I absolutely adore, love, would kill for, would die for, do everything for, want to live with her for the rest of my life, build a family with her. But at the same time, I can still go sleep with a girl, go back to her and feel nothing about it, you know. And women are not like that. For men, sex is very physical, is what we see and what we feel. For women, it's a lot more emotional. I would argue to say majority of women want to have sex with a guy they respect, you know. And that's why I think it won't work, an open relationship on both sides. I actually had conversations with Candace after speaking about it, and she said to me she would be monogamous to a dude, but she was like, but dudes don't want to be monogamous, which is exactly my point. You know, women want to be monogamous. Guys do not want to be monogamous, especially if they have options. I would say the only guys out there that say they only want one woman for the rest of their lives are either guys who don't have those options, guys who have been in relationships for a long time with their certain partner and it's hard to step outside that circle now. But guys who have money, guys who have good looks, guys who have status, etc., majority of those guys are gonna want to exercise their options, like I said before. Like, as a woman, would you get yourself with a celebrity, i.e., I don't know, Leonardo or Brad Pitt or Usher, or, you know, I'm just naming celebrities who get a lot of girls. Would you guys expect to get with those guys in a relationship and expect them for them not to smash no one but yourself? Come on, let's be realistic. That's not gonna happen. And yeah. That's why I also bring in I speak a lot about the body count for women, you know, and it's a saying that I like to live by, that women care about a man's future, and men care about a woman's past. So a woman don't really care about how many girls the dude's been with. Like I even said it with the interview with Candace, I've been with hundreds of girls, and I tell girls this when I first meet them. None of them are really put off by it. If anything, I think it interests the woman more. She starts to become a bit more like thoughtful of like, why are you able to acquire so many females? And I would say on the other end of things, if a man heard that a woman's been with hundreds of guys, or even tens and tens of guys, not even hundreds, then that guy's already going to disqualify her for her to become a girlfriend. That's the truth. And that's why I'm more attracted to youthful girls, because majority of the time, girls with more youth are going to have less baggage and less experience. Yeah, and I want to also go into a comment that I said. I said I believe women should stay at home. So I want to clarify on that a bit more, because I listen to a lot of my interviews and go back into them, and sometimes what I say comes across the wrong way. So I just wanted to go over that and clarify. Now, I don't believe women should stay at home all the time. That's not what I think. And I don't think like a woman should be a prisoner to a man. No. That's not what I think. I think a man should be the provider, the security, you know, the leader. And in a relationship, you know, I've heard a lot of girls who say it should be a partnership. That doesn't work. That's not reality. In every single situation, whether it's even in business, whether it's in a relationship, even a lot of friendships, there's always going to be a leader and there's always going to be a follower, especially in relationships. And I think for the health of the relationship, a lot of times it's best for the man to be the leader and for the woman to follow. Yeah? So if the man's going to be the leader, the man's going to provide, he's going to work hard to make sure that you're living a great life, bring money to the table, bring food to the table, give you knowledge, yeah? Be the security in the house. If someone broke into the house, it would be me putting my life on the line to fight the burglars away, not yourself. So if I'm doing all this and bringing so much to the table, because I would say men bring a lot more to the table than women. That's why I don't believe women and men should be equal in a relationship. Then is it fair to say that if I'm going to bring so much to the table, then I expect my woman also to bring to the table? And for me, what a female should bring to the table, in my opinion, is, you know, her feminine traits, her intuition, her nurturing, her being able to cook and clean, making sure that the household you guys live in is always clean. Make sure that there's food on the table for you when you come home from work, or if you want breakfast, you know, whatever it is. And that's where I meant stay at home. I don't think women should stay at home. I think like if a woman was in a relationship with me personally, I would say to my woman from the beginning, you can do anything you want with your girls, you know. You can go do anything you want. Just no clubs, no nightclubs, no women's weekends away. And that's basically it. You can go do anything else you want, but there's no clubs and no night girls out. And honestly, if your girl goes on night girls out and your girl goes clubbing still without you, I would actually say she doesn't have tons of respect and love for you, honestly. Like, why would a woman want to go and be in a place where it's a place where it's a single atmosphere? It's where people who are single go to meet other people who are single. So why would I want my woman to be in that situation? I wouldn't, you know. And I would also say that your woman represents yourself. So as a man who's got high status, I do not want my girl being seen out in the nightclub. And that's what I meant by stay at home. I didn't mean it literal, like the woman should always be staying at home. You know, the woman can go on hikes, she can go theatre with her friends, shopping, go around her friend's house. But yeah, she, like, in my opinion, like, your girl should not be doing single woman activities. And if she is, that's up to you. That's the way you want to live your life. For myself, I won't accept that stuff. Okay, we're going into fat shaming. So you saw me and Candace, we had a bit of a debate on Lizzo, where, you know, I think that being fat is being glamorized, and I can see why it's being glamorized. You know, being fat and unhealthy is being glamorized because the government don't care about you and they want you fat. So the more fat you are and the more comfortable you are with being fat, then the more unhealthy you are and the more comfortable you are with being unhealthy. That's how it works. So that's what I meant by Lizzo, you know. They're out here promoting Lizzo, even like making out that she's sexy, which she's really not. Like, and girls, I hear a lot of girls saying, yeah, but that's not your type. No, look at me. No guys like fat chicks. The only guy, or there might be a very small percentage of guys that like fat chicks, but even those guys that like fat chicks, I guarantee you that if there was a fit model right next to her, they're going to pick the fit model. They only pick the fat chick because that's the only options they have. Yeah, like, so when girls are sitting there saying, "Oh yes, preference," and it's not your type, no, that's not true. Like a big percentage of guys do not like fat girls. That's the truth. And yeah, I believe that everyone should be shamed if their body is, if their body's not in shape. You know, I wouldn't even say I've got an optimum shape. I'm trying to work on myself for me to become fitter. I wouldn't say I'm obese. I'm definitely not obese, even statistically. But you know, I'm a little bit chubby. Like, and I'm working hard so I can lose the last bit of fat, so I can look optimum in myself, and feel optimum, and perform optimum. These days, it's just like, we're like, yeah, just be fat, be happy, be broke, be happy. Do you get what I'm saying? Everyone has the right to do what they want to do. But for us to be pushing that on society, I don't think it's healthy, and I think it's going to end very detrimental. And like I said, even like the fat girls who are looking at Lizzo, and they're sitting there thinking, yeah, I can go bag myself a man. I'm sexy. I look good. It's delusion. You don't look good. You don't look sexy. No man's going to want you. You're probably going to end up single till late, probably for maybe forever, if you don't listen to the reality and fix your body and start working hard, get into shape, start eating better, get to the gym, etc. So yeah, I'd actually stand with fat shaming is okay, you know, as long as like you're not bullying the person, like to the point where they're going to be suicidal or something. But even like, you know, like something that even is considered bullying, it can actually be helpful to people. I think bullying helped me when I was younger. Like I remember being in primary school, like elementary, and like I wasn't a fat teenager, but I was a fat kid, and I remember people calling me fat. And what did I do? I went and changed that. Do you get what I'm saying? These days we're just meant to accept whatever we are, and I just don't think that's a positive way to look at things, and it's not going to have a positive results. Can Kim K get a new man? We also spoke about this when I asked Candace if Kim Kardashian's a high value, if Kim Kardashian's a high value woman, which I still stand by. She's not. Is she a high value businesswoman? Yes. Is she high value as a woman? No, because value for me is determined by can she attract tons of the opposite sex, not sexually in a relationship. Can she? And I don't think she can. Like, you know, she's a multi-millionaire, which already, the more money you have as a man, the more your options are going to open. But the more money you have as a woman, the options are just going to get smaller. Because as a woman, you go for a man who has more money than you. As a man, you don't really want to get with a woman who has tons of masculine traits. And Kim K has these. So unless Kim gets back with Ye, I'm going to say that she's going to actually find it very hard to find a man who's going to take her seriously in a relationship based on her having kids, based on her having a porn video, based on her being very successful. I think all those things play against her. So that's why I believe Kim Kardashian is going to struggle a lot to find herself a new man. And not to even mention, I'm pretty sure she's like 40 years old now as well. So yeah, guys, I'm on this channel, you guys are going to see me talking a lot more about feminism, talking about dating, talking about even getting into shape. So guys, make sure you're subscribed and make sure you're following us. And this is the end of the Organic Output, Candace Kane. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.